This is the Healing Hour for July 30th, 2019. This is your host, Tyson Bannigan, the Luminator, your number one health, wealth, and enlightenment activator. Need some help? Give me a call toll free 1 369 7464. All right, we are live on Facebook. This is Tyson Bannigan, the energy detective, the illuminator, helping bring you and humanity into the light. And I'm with you for the next hour to help answer all your dowsing and energy healing questions. Phone in toll free 1 369 7464, toll free in North America. Or you can click the Zoom link. The Zoom link is in the comments where you're watching the show here. The Zoom ID is 493 144 196. Join me live here. Or you can head over to the Dowsing and Energy Healing Close Facebook. And while you're there, you can put in your requests for assistance there. And while I'm waiting for everybody to show up, I will go through the comments that have already been posted and requests in the Dowsing and Energy Healing Close Facebook group. So welcome to the show. So it's a toll-free number. And another way to remember it is 1-866-DOWSING. 1-866-DOWSING. All right, so just going to go over to the group and see if we can start to answer some questions while you get ready to phone in. All right, so nobody's quite showed up here yet, but who knows? So, okay, so we're going to scroll down. So this is Tyson Bannigan. It is the Healing Hour. This is the last day for the discount for the Science of Getting Rich, explained by Bob Doyle. Bob Doyle was in The Secret, the original Secret. I did an interview with him last Thursday, good interview, in which he talks about life hacks, that being in the divine flow is not complicated, and that the Science of Getting Rich is a book that is as relevant today as the day that it was written. And it's important for us to get out of our own way to realize that prosperity and abundance is our natural state of being, and that the only thing that possibly could be in the way of us being abundantly rich is that we have picked up some belief systems on the way that have clouded our original awareness that by the mere fact we incarnated on planet Earth, like the birds and the bees, we do not need to be struggling for money, that everything is provided for us if we can stay in the divine flow, one with source consciousness. So if anything that I'm saying makes sense to you, this is the last day for you to get the discount. You scroll down and you will see last day for discount, The Science of Getting Rich, explained by Bob Doyle. I suggest you listen to the interview and click the links and take a look at the course and decide whether that's something that you'd like to sign up. And if you don't, why not at least download the PDF version that Bob Doyle has the updated, which was originally written by Wallace Wattles, which is The Science of Getting Rich. It's for free. So just click on the link, download it, and if nothing else, have a read. But if you want to have Bob's assistance chapter by chapter to help provide life, what he calls life hacks, to get you in the right frame of attitude of gratitude so manifestation can happen in your life, then I really encourage you to sign up for that course. It's not that expensive. It's 50% off until the end of the month. All right, so that's enough about the course. I really suggest you take a look at it. All right, so that was. And Rhea Swift, that's today, 12:30 Eastern. Okay, so that would be. So click on the link if you scroll down for Rhea Swift. Rhea Swift is really quite an amazing healer. I've worked with her personally, and she says, join me for 12:30 on Wednesday. So that's tomorrow. So that still works. 12 to 12:30 Wednesday. And she says, I have been in the healing profession for 30 years after healing cancer twice without medicine, as well as being a spiritual adept since 1974. I want to share my knowledge and to help other people find a deeper, more vital way of living. And the topic is time and space, surviving in a tumultuous time. I really encourage you take a look at what she has to offer. Like I said, I've done private sessions with Rhea. She's a real deal. Highly recommend her. Okay. And why not? There's still room to get involved with the Letting Go Book Club. If you wanted to learn how to handle your emotions and work through them and learn the process of letting go. And if you scroll down, you'll see that there's a map of consciousness on this page, the Dowsing and Energy Healing Closed Facebook. And why not join us and learn these techniques of how to deal with the different emotions as they arrive on the scale from apathy, which is and shame and humiliation and guilt, all the way up to enlightenment. Okay, we just finished grief, and we're about to move on to, we just finished fear last week, and we're going to be moving on to desire. So why not join us? It's $33 US a month to join us in the book club. Why not help get out of your own way and learn how to process your emotions? I guess it's not last, but next is the map dowsing course that's coming up this Friday. The last one was awesome. Thank you everybody for showing up for the map dowsing course. Great attendance, great questions, lots of map to douse and learning how to do it. But unfortunately, for whatever reason, it didn't get recorded or the recording got lost. So we're doing it all over again. So if you've already paid your $33 US, then you get to come to this one for free. And if you haven't paid, please pay and join us. And that's Friday, August the 2nd, this coming Friday at 2:30 to 5:30 p.m. It's 2:30 Pacific time, 5:30 Eastern time. Join us for the map dowsing course. And hopefully it will be as good as the last one. And yes, it will be recorded, Beatrice, and it will be available as an online course after, if you can't attend in person, okay? And yes, Lizzie, Bishop, please register again, okay? Because the registration links are completely different this week from last week. So if you registered for the course last week, you need to re-register for the course this week. So yes, Lizzie, please re-register. Otherwise, you'll miss the whole links and everything. Okay. Okay, so that's the map dowsing course. I'm about to also do a dowsing for water short course. I just did a short video of the last water dowsing I did in Abbotsford. It's a very short video, but I could use that as a teaching aid in how to learn how to douse for water. So if you're interested in learning how to douse for water, please private message me and say, yes, I'd like to attend a short course on that. Okay. So I'm just going to scroll up here. Annette, welcome to the show. She wants to clear money channel for all monies held up by Pennsylvania, mind control, treason, and stealing. I get 75% still coming. Please check. Hope to pay all, including me. Oh, isn't that wonderful? As soon as possible. I love that. Okay. So Tony, thanks for showing up. Tony's in the course, in Letting Go course, and we're having great conversations. Sometimes the other ladies don't show up, so we get to yak about Taoism and Buddhism and philosophies of life and how David Hawkins' process of letting go is beneficial for us, how to move through from where we are to where we want to be with the shortest amount of strife. All right, so please let your network know that we're live. If you want to phone in, toll free 1-866-369-7464. Please do so. If you want to click the link and join me on Zoom, that's fine as well. Okay, so let's do the dowsing here for Annette and see what's going on. So Annette, on the possibility of this, of the money is all coming through on a scale of 0 to 100, with 100 being it complete, you are correct. It is at 75%. All right, so is there anything we need to know to clear the last 25%? No. All right, so to clear the last 25%, there's nothing we need to do. No. So can we proceed to do the clearing for the last 25%? Okay. So would it be good to put this into the Court of Atonement? Absolutely. I get these shivers up my spine. Would it be beneficial to do a clearing? Yes, but it's not as strong as would to put it into a Court of Atonement. So let's put it into the Court of Atonement. So Annette, it would be like this. So I, Tyson Bannigan, in my holy name, in assistance with Annette Thornton, and state your name out loud, place into the full court, call for a full court atonement with the assist of Divine Mother, Divine Father, and Creator God of all that is, to bring about a resolution between any beings, known or unknown, who may be obstructing the flow of money and the publishing of the book, and that all beings that do not abide by the law of one, which is do no harm, and do not have the most benevolent outcome for all concerned in their heart, please make it so that they withdraw immediately and through the court. So may the court please rule according to the law of one as soon as possible. And we ask that this clearing be undertaken through Annette's matriarchal and patriarchal lineage, both her family of origin, her soul family, and her star family lineage, for any bleed through that may be occurring from these lineages, and from any bleed through from any this lifetime, past lifetime, or future lifetimes. Clear any reasons, and any karmic deck, please bring to resolution with regard to any beings that may be interfering with the flow of monies and the publishing of the book. Okay? And we ask that this be done with ease and grace as soon as possible. And I declare it so, so be it. It is done. Thank you. Okay? So there it is in the court of the full Court of Atonement, and we'll see how that then unfolds. All right, so I'm going to scroll down here. If you have any requests for assistance, don't forget you can phone in, or you can type it in, and I will pick it up and answer your questions. Some great graphs put in here on the letting go, the map of consciousness by David Hawkins. Some questions about how to use that. Well, basically it is that, when our emotions are triggered, our culture, or what we've really learned through conditioning, is to try and bury them, ignore them, sort of like the ostrich with its head in the sand, or to push them away. But the letting go says, why not let go and just sit with the emotion, let it process through your body, let it be grounded into the earth by passing through. Otherwise, it gets trapped in your neuromuscular structure. It leads to stress and duress, and ultimately to disease and disorder. So rather than trapping your emotions, or pushing them down, or holding them in, or ignoring them, or trying to bury them like an ostrich, why not learn by working with us in the Letting Go Book Club of how to sit with your emotions and let them process through. This is particularly relevant for many, many women, because most women, maybe that's not fair, but a lot of women, because they're stressed out, are in their emotional body and not so much in their physical body. So getting into their physical body, you need to be in your physical body in order to ground out the stress. Okay, it's like trying to make a lamp work if you don't plug it in and it isn't grounded to the earth. It's not going to light up. So for you as an individual, you're not going to light up unless you're grounded. So we plug you in by helping you let go. We plug you in so you become grounded. You move from your emotional body, which is overwhelming, right, into your physical body that is grounded and can release all the stress and tension, and you feel at home in your body. The other way to do that is to go to the gym. And so if you want to head over to the Academy and click on why go to the gym anyway, there's an explanation of why, particularly for women, it's great to go to the gym. And by you actually using weights, it gets you back in your body and helps you just de-stress. The other thing you can do, of course, is to do the 21-day clearing. That will help you also ground and clear any stress in your body as well. So these are all techniques to help you take back your personal power, stand in your truth no matter what, and be able to know who you are, why you incarnated, and what are your divine gifts, and how to deliver them to the world. And if any of those things that I just mentioned are something that you would like to know more about, you can always private message me and have a free 15-minute session with me, and we can see whether we can work together to help you get out of your own way, to help you discover what are your divine gifts, and also to learn what these gifts are and how to deliver them to the world, right? How to make a business out of them. So that's what I do, and my love is to work with empaths, because empaths are here as planetary change agents, and most of them are really overwhelmed because they have a hard time figuring out what's their stuff, what's everybody else's stuff, what's the planetary stuff, and what's the galactic stuff. And if you're trying to run all of that energy because you think you're responsible for it, it's a great way to burn out your circuits. All right. So we're going to scroll back up and see if anybody's typed in any requests since I've been talking. Okay, so Lizzie Bishop, hey, good day to you. And Hiddleston Mel says, hi, Tyson. Every time I do any release on money, success, or prosperity, an ambulance appears instantly with sirens blaring. Since using pendulum on my business, it is more successful, and the ambulance are even more noticeable. Any advice appreciated. This started about 2 years ago. Thank you. Okay, so, I mean, that's a great one. You must be living by a hospital, I guess. I know when I stayed in New York, wherever I was, and there was an ambulance every 15 minutes coming in. So maybe just where you are, there may be no coincidence about that. It may be just that you're really next to a hospital and that's going on. But, one thing you could ask yourself is why making money or being successful and prosperous is like calling in the ambulance. What is it that gives you like a heart attack? What gets you feeling overstressed or overworked? Or what is it that this allows you to relax into that still point inside of yourself to know that your birthright is that abundance will flow with ease and grace if you remember to receive guidance and to follow it. So those are the questions that Mel, I would be asking. If you want to phone in and ask me or say, hey, well, that's not very helpful or whatever, please feel free to do that. The phone toll-free number is 1-866-369-7464. They're also, and if you need an international number, let me know and I will give you an international number. They're international numbers for the Zoom link as well. I should probably post them for everybody so that you know what the international numbers are as well. Annette says, thank you very much. Well, thank you. When we do the clearing for you, we do the clearing for ourselves and for everybody else, including Mel on the call. So Lizzie, do you have any questions or concerns or clearings that you'd like to happen? And while you're thinking about that, or we're waiting for somebody to phone in, I'm going to scroll down and see what else we can ask, right? So last week was really a busy week. We had 55 comments on the show. So if you didn't get a chance to watch last week's show, I really, really encourage you to do that. Lots of great questions, everything from clearing shoulders and pain. We're doing the instant miracle, how to reorganize your light team. Also, it's a great topic. So don't miss out on that. Highly recommend that you take listen to the last week's healing hour. Okay. So, Promotional Thursday, there is, don't forget, you can promote your own healing modality in Promotional Thursday thread, right? So if you have a healing modality and you'd like to let everybody in the group know, please post it there. Okay, so that's Promotional Thursday. Feel free to do that. Okay, so I like this short affirmation. There was 26 people that liked it as well. I affirm, I align, and I allow, and so it is. I affirm, I allow, I align, and so it is. Okay. All right, so Gail, thank you. I just noticed this. I didn't notice this before, programs and definitions. So I'm just going to look at this sharing document. Thank you. We talked about this last week about would you be willing to share it? And here you shared it, and I didn't even get a chance to look at it. So I'm just going to open it up now and download it and see what it has to say. And thank you very much. Let's see if we can do this right now. Programs and definitions. We can get this open. All right, open up Sesame. All right. Wow, this is amazing. She has 104 definitions from what the work that we've been doing. So yeah, so yes, please download this and take a look at this. Is really, and thank you ever so much for sharing this. This is incredible. So a foundation program, request for guidance program, definition of under grace, definition of globally aspected, definition of all directions on all locations, definition of all existence, definition of every cosmos, definition of my mother's family name. Wow, amazing compendium of work, extremely valuable, and she's donated it here for everybody to download and to use. And here's what I suggest, because it's so nicely done, why don't you have any additions for her? Why not type it in the thread so she knows and can add it to the overall definitions and upgrade it? Amazing. Nice work. That's really great. And I'll see if I can do some work on it too myself to add to it. So I'm just going to come back over to the group here. And so thank you ever so much for that. I'm going to scroll down. So if you've missed that, it's been uploaded, I think, in the file section. And so take a look at that. It's very, very useful. I'm just going to scroll down here again and find it. So if you go down to, let's see, I'm trying to find it there. All right, so yes, so it was Gail. So Gail Altschwager, thank you ever so much for programs and definitions and for uploading it and sharing it. And there's a button there for everybody to download it. Highly recommended. And it was posted on July 24th at 2:28. So just scroll down and take a look for it. July 24th. Thank you, Gail, ever so much. All right, so going on down, I'll come back up and see if there's any questions here in the group. Scrolling back up. All right, let me see here. Annette says, my saying faith plus focus equals force. Faith plus focus equals force. Yeah, I like that. Faith plus focus equals force. Or you could say faith plus faith plus focus equals force equals transmutation. So I'd add equals force of transmutation, because it's really not the force we're interested in, although force is great. Let's use the force for transmutation, okay? Okay, what is the causing the pain on the outside of my left knee and hip flexor? Elizabeth Randa, your body is out of alignment, okay? You need to go to the gym and do some weights. And I would highly recommend that you head over to the Extraordinary Healing Arts Academy and click on Why Go to the Gym Anyway? And click on that link, and you can have a free interview with Baptiste Germain, who was a world-class flamenco dancer who was in considerable pain before she met her husband, which is Dr. Fitness USA, which is Stephen Hersey, who's my coach in the gym. I'm in the coach. I try and be in the gym 3 times a week, Monday and Wednesdays and Fridays if I can possibly make it. He's my coach, and she would be your coach. And she is now pain-free using this technique. And so I highly recommend it. It's all based on structural realignment. So rather than having operations or hip replacements um, or those sorts of things, you can actually do it through structural readjustment by getting your spine straightened out and then having it strengthened by the neuromuscular structure to hold your spine in place. You can become pain-free. You're also going to look 15 to 20 years younger, and you're going to have 15 to 20% more strength, if not more. So Elizabeth, I really highly recommend that you do that. I know you're busy doing all the other things that you are by working with me, but if you could squeeze in going to the gym. I know when I started this, I said, why would I go to the gym anyway? I haven't been there since I was in my teenage years. And it took me a lot of convincing to go there and actually do it. But I have to say it's making a huge change in my life. Okay. So hopefully, Elizabeth, that will get you in the gym. Great question. And for anybody else who's having physical problems with your body, the first thing is, what is your body trying to tell you? And secondly, uh, ask by dowsing, is it a question of structural realignment and or misalignment? If it is, then head over to the Academy, the Extraordinary Healing Arts Academy, and click on the program. Why go to the gym anyway? And schedule a free session with Stephen Hersey or his wife, Batista Germond. Okay? And that's my coach, is Stephen, highly recommended. He works me hard, but I have to say I'm looking much better, lost lots of weight. I've gone from 275 and I'm now at 240, just over 240, and now going for 235. It took me years to do this, but I've been losing more weight in the last year with Stephen than the other years, okay? All right, so scrolling down here, see what other comments we have, our requests. All right. Yeah, don't forget you can still join the Boots on the Ground Geomancy Certification course, learn about sacred sites, how to do ceremony, how to clear houses and properties. And yeah, and it's, and if that is something you'd like to learn and the course is still a little bit too expensive for you, then why not private message me and we can get you maybe into the Sacred Evolutionary Dowsing Consortium, which I think it's 8 weeks or 12 weeks this time around. It's not as intensive, but it's a great start, relatively inexpensive with Shelley Darling, myself, and Charlie Riverman are the principal people, and you could join us. And we meet once a week, I think over a 12-week period. There's a new session coming up, and it's only available for 12 people. So if that's something you'd like to do, the Sacred Evolutionary Dowsing Consortium, then please private message me and we'll get you the links so that you can find out whether that's something that you would like to do. Or if you can afford it and like to become certified and be able to have clients in that area, then why not join us with the Boots on the Ground Geomancy Certification course. We're going through the 12 branches of geomancy. We've just started branch 1, so there's lots of time, or this is a good time to join us. And as we go through the 12 branches and help you learn how to create this as a business to help other people. All right, so Personal Clearing Tuesday. It really is interesting that one of the things that seems to be comes up over and over again is the matriarchal, patriarchal, and inner child family origin lineages. So I'm going to do a short video on that. I'll do it here on this call, but I'll make an individual video so that people can download it and use it. So it will go like this. So spinning your pendulum counterclockwise, you would say, I, Tyson Bannigan, in my holy name. And if you're listening to this call live or as a recording, you say I in your holy name, state your name out loud. Undertake this clearing with us as the Divine Mother, Divine Father, and the Creator God of all that is, to clear all non-beneficial energies, core fractures, toxic emotions, bleed throughs, cords, or any other types of attachments that may have be derived or coming from my matriarchal and patriarchal lineages, from my soul family, my star family, and my family of lineage. And I undertake this clearing throughout the multidimensional levels of reality, throughout all the timelines, past, present, and future. And I declare it so, so be it. It is done. Thank you. Okay, so there you are. There's a clearing of the lineages, and I will do an individual clearing video that you can download and use. All right, I'm going to scroll down and see if there's any more requests for assistance. Don't forget, you can phone in toll free, 1-866 369 7464. Mel, can I call in on Zoom, please? Yeah, please go ahead. I'll just check and see if you're there. Just click the link and join me. Okay, Liz Bishop, do you have any thoughts on the Lionsgate moon, and can we do something to gather the beneficial energies into our field? Well, I know the Lionsgate, there's a whole prophecy around the Lionsgate. There's a book that goes way, way back. It's written by, I can't see if I can remember who it is. I think it's like called Bishop somebody, or the Lionsgate. So Google the Lionsgate. There's a whole, wherever the Lionsgate is a major point of, I think, of extraterrestrial upgrading that happened on planet Earth. That's the best way I can describe it. And various places on the Earth, there's lion gates. Let's call them stargates that are on planet Earth. And wish I could remember his name. I got the picture of the book in my mind's eye. So I Google the book, and so the Lion Gate, without even reading about what that it would be, I would say it's an time of interdimensional portal opening up where we can remember our ancestral connection to our star nations, if we so choose, that we can dial home, so to speak, to our home planet. We can remember, if we choose, what our contract is with our star family. Why did we choose to incarnate at this particular time on planet Earth, and what is our star nation objective, which is probably that you're part of the planetary cleanup crew, or part of what I call birthing, or the doula for the new Earth. In other words, you're here to help birth the new Earth. And of course, that starts, first of all, with yourself, getting out of your own way, so that you can birth the new Earth in you, or the new way of being, or to be able to receive guidance by being out of your chattering mind and in the stillness within your soul or your heart chakra. So that would be all part of it, Lizzie, without even knowing anymore. And then I really highly recommend, and I just saw this the other day, and I haven't done it for a while, but I highly recommend this. And this is from last year, but this is called the Lunar Planner, right? And his work, Nick Anthony Florenza, Fiorenza, which is www.lunarplanner.com. can say that honestly that I've not been consistent. As you can see, I haven't done it since 2018, but I do it more unconsciously, I guess. So how does this work? The thing that's really neat about this is this is like, and you can download these for free for every month. So basically it has the phases of the moon and how to use the phases of the moon to manifest. So for example, the full moon is a realization of the theme. And so you would write down what is the theme. So disseminating is manifestation and demonstration of what your theme was. And then the next one would be the last quarter, which is winding things up, which is initiating change. You're coming to the end of that cycle. But the seeding phase, which is the importance, is the new moon, right? The balsamic moon. That's where you want to initiate your what it is you want to accomplish in this moon cycle. This is the basis of alchemy and manifestation is using the moon cycle, right? So yes, the moon, I think it's the Lion Gate full moon. Ideally, if you had been following this, yes, the moon gate is a powerful time to do manifestation, but it's even better to have done it before because then you would have been building up through the moon cycle to this high point, right? But I'm not, what I'm saying is do it anyway. But if you really want to learn this whole system, I highly recommend that you get this. And like I say, it's for free to download month by month, or you can pay X amount of dollars and get the lunar planner for this year or next year. And the way that it works, I'll just show you one of the graphs here. Here's what it is. So this was for January 17, 2018. The last quarter, this is what my intention was, right? And this is what I was trying to accomplish. And this was the seeding phase. This was what I was winding up. This was the next one. This is what I was trying to do. So, for example, then in 2018, I was letting go of the misalignment between the energies of technology and myself. I was having a lot of trouble with my computer then. I call on Divine Mother who comes to us in totality, wholeness, and truth and love. And I call the cords of atonement between myself and all electronic equipment. I was having a hard time with my equipment then. I ask for cooperation between all of my cells to create the most benevolent outcome to all of humanity. I declare it so. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. There you are. That's what I was doing back in February the 11th. It gives you an idea. All right. So I think we have a call here, but we're coming in. I don't know how we're coming in here. It's not on my. The Healing Hour, brought to you every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time or 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. During the show, you can phone in toll-free in North America, 1-866-369-7464 or 1-866-1000. The Healing Hour is live on Facebook, hosted by the Extraordinary Healing Arts Academy and sponsored by the Facebook page, The Healing Arts Academy. Produced by The Wellness Show, and until next Tuesday, same time, same place, be healthy, wealthy, and wise.